How is it going, guys? Welcome back to another Chill Wednesday. This time around, I asked you guys to submit questions on YouTube and Instagram, and we got way more questions than I thought I was gonna get. So I just picked out a few, and maybe we'll cover the other ones in another video. But I figured this is a fantastic way for you guys to get to know me better on a personal level, rather than just watching me work on a car. It's touching to see that a lot of you just wanted to check in to see how I was doing, how I was holding up. And I'm not gonna lie to you and say that everything's been fantastic, because it hasn't. It's been stressful. It's never an easy situation to go through, but this is a life-changing opportunity for me to be able to build something of my own that I have control over and not just work my butt off helping to build someone else's dream. And you guys have really given me the kick in the butt that I need. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. This channel is gonna be a big priority for me. I wanna continue to build the GR86, the FRS, share the knowledge with you guys and have a blast along the way. I've got another project that I'm working on the side that I'm super excited about, and I can't wait to share with you once it's ready. But I'm hanging in there, I'm doing all right, and we're clawing our way back to being better than ever in 2023. Another question that a lot of people asked was, what else do I do for fun besides car stuff? Thankfully, that's not all that I do. Otherwise, I think that would drive me insane. But people that know me know that I am super competitive, no matter what it comes to. Rock, paper, scissors, Mario Kart, foot race, which I'll challenge anybody to, or any sort of sport. I grew up playing soccer. I try to play as much as I can. Haven't been able to play much lately, but I play Sunday leagues here and there. Can't wait for 2026 because the World Cup is coming to North America. So if you're looking to catch a game with me, hit me up. I also enjoy a good game of basketball, pickleball, table tennis, or if it's any sort of active sport, I'm usually down. I've got a racing simulator downstairs that I hop on from time to time to do some iRacing. I also have this little guy. This is Winston, my 5-year-old corgi. He is the most chill dog ever. Just lays on the couch all day. Worst guard dog. He never barks at anything, and he's lazy as hell, but he's my best friend and I love him. We go on walks and such. One of my goals for this year is to get outside and enjoy the outdoors more. So if you guys have any suggestions, whether it's camping, hiking, or whatever it is outside, I'm all ears. I'm covered in his fur now. All right, let's see what we got next. What is my most memorable experience during the last 8 years? And when it says last 8 years, I'm assuming it's referring to the last 8 years of my employment. And that's a great question because I've been lucky enough to experience some amazing things. But the one memory that comes to mind instantly when I read that question is back in 2017 when I went to Tokyo for the first time for Tokyo Auto Salon. It was the 4 original employees. We were on our way to dinner one night to a robatayaki restaurant, which is you sit around a traditional charcoal grill with the chefs in front of you with all the fresh ingredients laid out, and you pick what you want and they serve it to you on an oar. But anyway, we were walking to dinner and there was a parking lot literally across the street. And as we walked by, we noticed all these RWB Porsches. And I had never seen one in person before, let alone 20 or so in the same parking lot. So it blew my mind that out of all the spots in Tokyo, we just so happened to stumble upon the one that had an RWB meet. And if you've never seen or never heard of RWB before, look it up after this video. There's plenty of videos covering it. But each one was unique in its own way. And the reason why this was so memorable is because it was so unexpected. And the whole vibe, the culture shock of being in Japan, it felt like I was in a Fast and Furious movie or Need for Speed. When I got back home, I actually found the video coverage of that meet. The clips that I showed you were of that exact parking lot. And I remember very clearly because I remember a billboard or a large sign on a building that said 10 sluts. And you can see it very clearly. I'm not making this up. I'm assuming it's some sort of adult entertainment establishment, but I don't know because we never went in there. And that is my most memorable experience of the last 8 years that I will never forget. The next question is, Who has had the biggest impact on me becoming a car enthusiast? Great question. Two people come to mind. The first one is my older brother. He is the person that got me into and introduced me to the car scene. He had a 5th gen Honda Prelude that had a cheap ass Ricer body kit on it, probably Duraflex or something, and a baby blue Mako paint job, literally the definition of Ricer. But I thought it was the coolest thing ever. We would go on these night cruises with his friends and hit up some windy roads in some park. We don't have any windy roads in Iowa, so we gotta make do with what we've got. And he's the one that taught me how to drive a manual and really made me want to get a car that I could modify. He also got me into motorcycles, but that's a story for another day. The second person is Yo. If you've been following me for a while, you know who Yo is. He is the person that hired me. Back when I had my WRX wagon, my bug-eye wagon, he also had a bug-eye wagon, same color. We were both in the Iowa Subaru Club together, and that's kind of how we met. And he invited me to an autocross event and got me into performance driving. He showed me the ropes, he coached me, and made sure that I made informed decisions on parts that I would buy, so I didn't end up having to go through that whole Raceland phase, thankfully. But he's the reason why I have the FRS and why I turned it into my track car. He's had a huge impact on my life. He's family to me, and I am forever grateful for him. I wish I would have followed him to California. What are my plans for 2023? That is the next question. So I'm gonna group a lot of different questions into this because a lot of people were wondering what my plans are for the year, plans for the cars, additional cars, events. First off, like I said, YouTube is going to be one of my main priorities. I want to stick to this two video a week schedule. The other project that I'm working on that I mentioned earlier is also gonna take up a lot of my time, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. As far as plans for the cars go, the GR86 is currently in the body shop. I should be getting it back Friday. It's getting the dent fixed. But once that comes back, I have some pretty drastic modifications that I think a lot of you guys will be excited about, both inside and outside the car. I'm not gonna be turning it into my track car anytime soon. That's what the FRS is for. This is gonna be more of my fun JDM street build that I can daily drive in the summer. The plans for the FRS have changed a bit. I can't do some of the things that I was planning on doing, but we still are gonna be changing a few things up, like the suspension, some engine bits, and tearing out the interior. I'm still doing time attack with Grid Life, probably not as many events as I did last year, but I'm also wanting to attend some meets and set up booths. So if there is a local event, local meet that you guys wanna see me at, let me know. And then there were some people that are curious whether I would pick up a WRX or STI and do a build of my own. And as much as I would love to do a VA WRX build, because the one that I worked on, I didn't really get that much say on. It was usually just, hey, here's this pile of parts, install them, make videos. It's probably not financially responsible for me to get a new car right now, and my wife would kill me. So probably a no on any additional cars right now. You may see some other cars pop into the channel that are friends of mine, but for now, we're gonna focus on the GR86 and the FRS. And the question that everyone seems to be wondering about, why did I get fired? The day it happened, I didn't really get any solid reasoning. I got sat in front of a laptop with HR and read some legal jargon, and they told me to take some photos off my website. And my head was so jumbled that I didn't ask questions that I should have asked. The next day, when I emailed HR, I was told that it was due to improper use of proprietary information. I still don't know what that improper use is. I'm assuming this all has to do with the website and my YouTube channel. To give you guys some backstory, I started my own YouTube channel over 2 years ago because making all these videos for work was really burning me out and taking the joy out of things. So I picked up the FRS and decided to make things fun again. This was all on my own time. I bought my own equipment to film with, which I'm utilizing today still. I bought my own parts. Fast forward to a couple months ago, the utilization of influencers in this industry was really ramping up. So I saw the opportunity to utilize myself as an influencer. So I had a discount code created that I shared on this channel, and I could see how much sales the code generated. I did not get any sort of kickback for the use of that code whatsoever. But what I could see is that from the money that was generated from that code, it easily paid for my salary within the 2 months that it was live. So the campaign was successful and I was able to generate sales. During the same time, I had mentioned to my boss at the time that I wanted to sell overlays, make and sell overlays, because they weren't. And I had seen this successfully done before, and nothing was said to me that led me to believe that there would be any sort of issue, so that's what I did. There was never any intention to hurt the company in any way, but I guess they saw me as a threat, and instead of choosing to talk to me about it, they fired me. If they would have just talked to me about it and said, hey, you need to take the website down, we're not okay with this, I would have happily done that, but they didn't. So that's what happened, and that's all I've got for today. If you have any other questions, comment down below. I'm gonna stick around after the video goes live for a bit to reply to your comments. Don't forget to visit the driven.media website to pick up your own merch and overlays, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.